Hello, it's been a while. So, I have been on hiatus for I think 2 weeks. And I'm not gonna lie, those 2 weeks were pretty tiring. So, I'm just glad that it's all over. And I mean, I kind of suffered through that 2 weeks of working because everything was so hectic and I was like let go a day early. I'm not sure if you could even do that. It was so unofficial. There was no letter, there was no nothing. They just basically told me, okay, you're free to go. And I'm like, what? Literally 15 minutes before the day ends, and he basically just tells me, all right, it's time to go. So I was just like, okay, that's very weird. But yeah, I don't know if he let me go because he just thought that maybe he didn't want to see me being free at work and doing nothing at work. So I think I'm pretty like happy with the way things ended in this company. It was really bad. Anyway, a little other update is that right now I'm just trying to look for jobs, even though I want to like take a break until like September-ish. But yeah, I'm gonna continue working, and well, I guess I really want to take a break. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the other companies accept me or not. But yeah, without like any further ado, I think let's get into the drawing. It's been a while since I've drawn. I made some last minute changes on the hand area. So previously the drawing looks a bit different, where the lipstick is like a lip tint kind of thing. But I was like, maybe I prefer her using a lipstick instead. So yeah, I drew her using lipstick instead, and I think it looks way better, not gonna lie. So today we're gonna try and render the face. I haven't rendered Robin. I haven't rendered drawings in such a long time, so I'm gonna need some references and stuff just in case anything goes wrong. I think the latest drawing that I did was a commission, and I would say it was alright. Like, it wasn't like the best. I feel like I could do better, so I'm just gonna try and open up my previous drawing. I think this drawing was my favorite by far. It was like a really good headshot drawing and stuff. So I'm just gonna put it aside just to see how I used to render like face and all that. I think we'll start with the face. I think usually I would do like blush and stuff, so okay. Skin layer. Let me just take this out so I can differentiate. Whoa. So I can differentiate. Like which part I've done. Which is more organized, I think. So before I started streaming, I did some like facial skincare, and oh my gosh, the cream, the moisturizer that I'm using smells so good. I'm literally smelling it so much. Right. Hello, Bunny. I'm just remembering how I used to color. I haven't colored for so long. Just gonna lightly shade the blush. I think not too much. Yeah, maybe like this. I think usually I would do a little bit of red below the eye. Oh yeah, I should also color the line art. Okay, this is looking, she looks more expressive, I think, after the blush. So I'm gonna add a little bit of color in the line art first. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've drawn. Hopefully the drawing still looks alright. Okay, then I'll just make everything inside the hair blue. It looks good. Okay, thank you. Okay, the hair will be colored in like this. I think I'll just use a bigger brush. Yep, much faster. Okay, then I'll use, actually I'll just continue putting more blue here. Actually, like when I look at her art, her hair is like either like blue or purple, so I'm very confused like whether her hair is blue or purple. So let me just look at the concept arts. Okay, so her hair is actually a little bit purple. Let me just screenshot that. Her hair seems to be purple. Yeah, okay. There are different shades of colors in every art that she has. So like I'm not sure which art to follow, because it's either blue or purple or light blue or light purple. It's very confusing. Maybe okay, maybe I will adjust the hue just so that it looks a little bit of both. Let me adjust the hue. Okay, I think this is a good color. This looks slightly blue but also slightly purple. Let me just color pick that to confirm. Yeah, it's like bluish, purplish, you can't really tell. Yeah, it's good, it's good. Alright, then now I'll color the line art of the face, the skin basically. Just gonna give it like a brown tone. Okay, maybe it's too light. Maybe a little bit darker. It just makes the whole thing a little bit softer, so like it doesn't look so harsh and hard, I guess. Okay, oops. And then I'll change this one to like a darker purple. Yeah, it just makes the whole thing like softer, I guess. Okay, this looks good. Now I will change, okay, the gloves be like a deep gray. And then this part here will be like this type of purple. Yep. Okay, I actually really like the way this is turning out. I'm happy that I still got it. And then this purple, I'll just use a really dark purple. Don't want to use like pure black for some of the lines because it makes the stuff look super solid, which isn't like nice. I prefer that when things look a little bit more softer. So even if like the item is like gray or white, I would still use like a darker shade of it just so that it looks a bit softer. Yeah, I think this is it for the line art. Not sure about her eyes. Let me just check how Robin's eyes look like again. I think there's a good example of her eyes, I think. Yes, okay, there is this YouTube thumbnail of her official art. So I'm gonna try and replicate that. Her eyes are mostly dark purple, I mean dark blue. Okay. I wish I have like a HD version of this art because it looks so pixelated because it's so zoomed in. Okay, this part here too. Maybe I should color in her eyes first, since her eyes look like it needs to be more lively, I think. Alright. So her top part is this like deep purple. Okay. Let me just create a layer for this. So right now what we're doing is we're just doing like super basic rendering. Just so that, okay, these three are her eyes. Just so that I could get like the look of it first. Then only I'll like slowly render things one by one, which is always better than just doing like one whole thing at once, because it might get confusing, I think, at least for me. So I'm just gonna do this eye white first. Usually I would use like a little bit like a peachy, dark peach color, I think. Hello Ember, welcome to the stream. Long time no see. It's been a while. I think I haven't streamed in like 2 to 3 weeks, about that. Yeah. At least I'm out of that workplace. It was so toxic. Even on my last day, they were making it super toxic. So yeah, I'm glad I left. I don't think there's any regrets at all because of how bad the place is. I feel like I should report the workplace, but at the same time, there needs to be proof. So at the moment, there is no proof that, you know, if I want to like do anything to that company, I don't have any proof. But I think it's good to just voice it out anyway. So I was thinking like, should I bring this to the news? Should I talk to news outlets? Not really news outlets, but like maybe like online topic outlets. I don't know how to explain, but they basically publish like experiences of people, and you know, let the comments do their thing, let the people do their thing and investigate and ruin the company. Because I remember there was one guy who like bought himself a Lamborghini and cut everyone's pay, and in the end like the people found out like who he was and like started trashing his car until like he has to sell his Lamborghini or something like that. It was really hectic, but it was so satisfying to see someone's downfall like that. I mean, they did treat their workers really terribly, so I don't blame anyone, honestly. It's a valid reason to like, you know, ruin someone's car. Oops. Okay, now I'm just gonna soften the edges of the eyes so that it doesn't look too harsh. Then I'll just add a little bit more depth here. And then add a bit more like lights. Sparkles? I don't know. Lights? Alright. Maybe like this. Oh, her eyes are so shiny. Okay. Let me continue this part here then. Okay. think her eyes are really big and sparkly now, which is good. Okay. What else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something in her eyes. Let me just do this outline thing so that or should I do a light color? Yeah, now her eyes look a little bit more interesting. Add a bit more color here. Okay. And then just replenish the white parts. I'm just gonna erase the line art because it looks kind of, I don't know, looks kind of funny. I think this looks much better with the line art because the line art feels very harsh. There we go. Now her eyes look more watery and shiny. It's looking beautiful. Thank you, Amber. I'm so excited. It looks so shiny. Maybe I can add like a little bit of like shine in the eyes. And the pupils? Are those pupils? The black parts of the eye? I really don't know. We're putting a lot of effort into the eyes just so that she looks more lively. Okay, maybe that color is a bit too different, so we should use maybe like this color. Yeah. Show a bit of like shine here, and then a little bit of dark, maybe not too dark, maybe like here. Yeah. Now her eyes looks more shiny. If I want to be more extra, I would probably just add like shooting stars inside. Okay, maybe I should add it on the other direction. Yeah. Oh, now her eyes look so shiny. Okay, I think this is good enough. We don't need to add anything else. Also, I just realized that her eye makeup glitter thing is like different color. Oops, should probably change that. So this color is white. Is this white? I think this is white. So change this to white, and that's like orange. Yep, I think this is pretty accurate. Okay, so we've rendered the eyes. Now render the eyebrows. Sorry, not the eyebrows, the eyelash. So I recently had like this eyelash art style where I shade the sides like super dark so that the side will look very, very bright. The middle will look very bright. So I'm just gonna try that. So these are all the hair. Okay, just gonna make a layer. Just put it outside. I think I'll just color it in first, then I'll erase it later. This is good. Yep. Okay. Looking much better, I think. I'm gonna add a little bit more color here. Yep. Wait, actually I should make it the dark color. Yes. Oh my gosh, her eyes look so pretty. I'm gonna make the white like super bright. Yeah, maybe something like this, so it looks more solid instead of like super blended and faded. So I think my art style is like a mix of watercolory and crayony. I don't know how to describe it, but I love textured brushes, and even though it's textured, I wouldn't want the textures to be like super faded and super blended, so I would have like a little bit of like harsh lines to cut off like the very grainy look. So that's why my art style looks a little bit like textury. I guess that's how you could say it. I'm not sure. Okay, now we render the eyelids. I think the eyelids are like a good start. So I think usually I would want to use like a deeper color like this. Then I'll use like a soft eraser. Then maybe I'll use like a white. Oops. Okay, I need to remember where the shadows will cast, because since the eye shine is here, the shadows should come from the side, the left side. So it should look like this, I think. Wait, no. For this strand here, I think the lighting should be here. Gotta make it make sense, you know. So I think it should be here. Yeah. I think this makes more sense. And then this strand of hair will cast the shadow here. I think it would look like this. Okay, then the nose would have a shadow here. Shadows here. Yep. Make it more dramatic. I think I would make the shadows a bit more stronger. Okay, so to make this illusion look convincing, I think I need to draw the shadow a bit more farther so that it looks like her hands like quite far from her body. Okay, because the closer the shadow, the more it looks like she's like sticking like her hands like nearer to her body. So it just kind of looks like she's like sticking like her hands like really near to the body, I think. So I'm just gonna do this so that it has the illusion that like, oh, her hands far. Okay, and then I think the shadows for this wing would be here. I think this shadow needs to be further for the illusion to work. Yeah, much better, I think. Then I'll think I'll blend out the edges. Maybe smaller brush. Now it looks more like a shadow instead of like a big blotch of thing over there. Okay, the shadow will continue until here. So meaning that later when I shade this purple area, I would definitely have okay, so then the lipstick shadow should be like it should look like this, I think, the shadow, right? So then by right, the shadow should look like this. I think at least that's how I think the shadow should look like. I might be wrong though, because I haven't done like shading practice at all. But I think this is how it should be. Yes. Okay, I think it looks too weird because the shadows were super duper saturated. Okay, so let's enhance the shadows, make it like darker on the side. I think I'll use like a brown shade here. Just something to enhance the... Let me just erase this part first. Oops. Hair. Just something to enhance the dark shadows so that the drawing has more like depth. I think this one, I don't know how to explain it because I just usually go by feel. Oh, if I feel this part needs to be darker, I just put it in. Then this part, I'll darken it a little bit. Yeah, this part too. Okay, let me just try and multiply it. Yeah, the whole shadow looks more believable, I guess. Maybe I'll add a shadow here. Yep. And then I'll add line art on top of the shadows. Like a reddish color. Maybe like pink. No, pink is too weird. This color. I need to experiment. Hold on. Soft light. Okay, let me just take reference from this. So I used like a really weird like pink color. I guess that works. Just need to make it like a bit light. Yeah, maybe like this. I also don't know how to explain this process. This is also more of a, if I feel like putting it there, I'll just put it there. That's what makes art so fun, because I can just do whatever I feel like doing. It's just like, oh, this part feels like I need to put the pink line, so I'll just do it. This part looks like it needs to have like a line art. Okay, I'll do it. This part looks like it should be shaded. Yeah, I'll do it. So yeah, I think it's really fun to just draw without caring like too much about details. Yeah. Oops. I also think it softens out. Not softens out, but it makes the shadow more interesting rather than just a blotch of things over there. Okay, I just realized I forgot to add shadows here. Okay. So now we add the shiny part, which is the white, the highlights. Oh, since the shine is here, I'll just do it here. Oops. Then I'll make it glow. Maybe I should add like lipstick on top of the lip too. I've never really drawn lipstick on top of the lip usually because I don't really know how anime lips really work. Yeah, I don't really like how top lip looks really funny, I guess, for anime lips. Oh, sorry, Amber, let me read your chat. I sometimes do that too when I shade. You mean like you just, you know, whatever you feel like, you just do it? Because that's more fun than, I don't know, following the rules and stuff. I guess because everyone has their own way of like rendering. But yeah, I think for me, I would probably prefer to do things my own way, even though it's wrong or even though it doesn't make sense. But yeah, I prefer my own way. Okay, now she looks shiny. Oh yes, let me shade the mouth. This is just the mouth, so we're doing this one by one, so it like so it looks good after you finally like do the whole face, I think. So one by one, meaning like the mouth, the eyes, the face, and all that. Don't really know how to render mouth, I guess, because I don't really render mouths. Yeah, this should be good. I think I'll render the earring too. Okay, the whole thing is gold. The whole layer is just gold stuff. So I'm just gonna that. Gold. Yeah, it depends sometimes. Yeah. I guess if let's say you want to try a specific style, I guess you can like follow it anyways. But if it's like your own thing, if it's like your own art style, usually I would just look back at my own art for reference. But if let's say you want to try something new, like go ahead and try it. Go ahead and get some references and whatnot. But personally, I think I would use my own art as reference. Oops. Okay, so the shadow is here. Gotta keep in mind where the shadow is, because I will keep forgetting. Okay, maybe let's not render it like this. Okay, and then add a little bit of yellow. And then maybe the inside I should color in a little bit the line art. Now it looks more gold, I guess. Okay. Then make a solid white. Nice. Okay, I think this is a really nice gold render. Then I'll add a little bit more here, and then add a little bit more yellow. Okay, I think this is good. Then I'll just add like a white shine thingy here. Maybe here. Okay, and then I think I'll render the lipstick also. I'm just gonna do things one by one for now. This is the gold part and this is the okay, let's cut this, and Oh gosh, you guys can see like the cursed layers below. Okay. Let me just paste it back in. Okay. So this gold part here, just gonna render it normally. Okay, shadow is down here. Keep remembering where the shadow is. Oh my gosh, stop forgetting it. And then here. Okay, and then lighter part. Oops. Lighter part here. Use the yellow in the middle. Okay, maybe not this yellow. This yellow is kind of ugly. Maybe this yellow. Yep. Okay, maybe not this yellow either. Maybe a yellow more close to orange. Okay. And then white. And then maybe I'll add a little bit of purple because her outfit's like purple, so there's like a little bit of that reflecting. Maybe not this purple, maybe a similar purple. Yeah, this purple. Okay, maybe that is too dark. Maybe like a little bit of this purple. Just reflecting on like the lipstick and stuff, so that it looks more realistic, I guess. Okay, and then I'll add a little bit of solid lines. Maybe like this, and a little bit of yellow solid lines. Yeah, something like that. I think I'll cover a bit more of the purple because it's kind of jarring. Maybe like this. Yep. So this dark part here, make it a little bit more darker, more depth. And a bit of that like reflecting here. And then right now it doesn't make sense because the line art is black, so I'm gonna change it to like a deep brown. Maybe that will improve the texture a little bit more. Where is the line art? Forgot. Okay, here. Okay, maybe that's a bit too bright. Yeah, right now it looks more gold. Okay. And now we're gonna render lipstick. So I've never rendered lipstick before, so let me just look up a reference. I would assume that these type of lipstick are pretty shiny and glossy. Since over here already shows like how glossy the lipstick looks. So I'm just gonna make this lipstick super glossy. I think that would make more sense. I like how I'm just coloring based on logic, because I mean, what else are you gonna color based on, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna do it like this, and then the super light part is up here, and then maybe like this, and then maybe add a little bit of pinky here. Okay, maybe that's a bit too different. Let me just add this color. I think the shadow might be too harsh, so let me just tone it down a little bit. The shadows should... Oops. Oh, let me just redo this. Shadow, make it like... maybe like this? Yeah, and then the light part. Oops, the light part. Like this, maybe? Yeah, I think this looks good. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good, I think. Let me just look at the skin layer. Maybe this one I'll make it a bit darker. Yep. So now we have a screenshotable face. Okay, let me just darken the eyelids a little bit. Okay. I think this is it for today, because I gotta go prepare soon, and I think this is quite a good progress. It looks pretty good, looks pretty promising. I'm really happy with this. Hopefully I can continue rendering tomorrow or like today. I really miss drawing, I'm not gonna lie. I did change the hands today, and I guess my drawing is still the same. It's just a little bit need to like practice it a little bit. But yeah, I think today's progress was pretty good. We like colored in the main focus of the whole drawing, which looks pretty cool. I think this could be like a really nice profile picture or something. So yeah, I think today's progress was quite good. So so I guess I'll be ending the stream here. I think it's quite a fast stream today, cause yeah, I gotta go soon, and I guess I was pretty satisfied with my progress today, so I thought maybe I could like end it here. I just noticed that there are some people that just joined. If you guys don't know, I'm Shin. Hello, welcome to the stream, and I also gotta go soon, so I'm so sorry, but hopefully you guys would stay around to watch the VODs, so that you know, you guys could see how I was coloring like the drawing earlier. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming to the stream today. It was really chill. I don't think I've talked much. But yeah, hopefully next week I'll come back with more energy, because you know I was on hiatus anyways, and my energy is pretty awkward for now. Hopefully next week it'll be a little bit better. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week, and bye. Bye bye everyone. Thank you Amber, thank you Bunny for joining the chat today. Bye bye.